The trading post on Zirion Prime was neutral ground, where a dozen species conducted business under the watchful eyes of automated security drones. Marcus Reed stood at barely 5'8", dwarfed by the other merchants displaying their wares. His small table of Earth artifacts looked pitiful compared to the elaborate displays of advanced technology surrounding him. "Is this a joke?" The voice boomed from above. Marcus looked up and up at Graxtor, a Thurvani warrior merchant standing nearly 10 feet tall. The alien's 6 eyes arranged in pairs down his elongated skull all focused on Marcus with undisguised contempt. His muscled form was covered in natural armor plating that could deflect most energy weapons. "No joke," Marcus replied evenly. "Just honest Earth goods. Some books, preserved foods, musical instruments. Earth." Graxtor spat the word like profanity. "The soft world. I've seen your kind before, little merchant. Weak, fragile things pretending to belong among real species." He lifted one massive arm, his natural bone spikes extending. "My younglings are born stronger than your adults." Several nearby merchants had stopped their transactions to watch. Public humiliation was entertainment on Zirion Prime. "I'm sure they are," Marcus said, continuing to arrange his display. Graxtor leaned down, his breath hot and sulfurous. "You know what we call humans on my world? Practice prey. Too easy for real hunting. So we let our cubs chase holograms of your kind to build confidence." Laughter rippled through the gathered crowd. A Zelanti merchant chittered, "Show him your pet, Graxtor." The Thurvani grinned, revealing 3 rows of serrated teeth. He whistled sharply, and from behind his massive stall came his pride, a Vroken beast. The creature stood 7 feet at the shoulder, covered in metallic scales, with 4 legs ending in razor talons. Its head was all teeth and hunger, with bioluminescent eyes that marked it as an apex predator. The crowd stepped back instinctively. "This is Render," Graxtor announced proudly. "Captured him myself on Vrock. Killed 30 warriors before I subdued him. Now he obeys only me." He looked down at Marcus. "One command, and he could swallow you whole, little human. Still think you belong here?" Marcus studied the beast, then checked his watch. "Actually, perfect timing. Do you mind if I call my partner? He gets anxious if I'm late." Graxtor laughed, his armor plates rattling. "Call whoever you want. Bring your whole weak species if it makes you feel safer." Marcus pulled out a small whistle and blew a single, sharp note. The temperature in the trading post seemed to drop. From the entrance padded in something that made every alien freeze. It moved like liquid shadow despite being in full light. 4 feet tall at the shoulder, it was smaller than the Vroken but infinitely more terrifying in its economy of design. Lean muscle rippled beneath short fur, every movement broadcasting controlled power. Its eyes, forward-facing like all true predators, swept the room with an intelligence that was almost palpable. The creature walked directly to Marcus and sat at his feet, alert but relaxed. "This is Max," Marcus said, scratching behind pointed ears. "He's a German shepherd. Well, mostly. We think there's some wolf in there too." The Vroken, the apex predator that had killed 30 warriors, took one look at Max and retreated behind Graxtor's stall, whimpering. "That's impossible," Graxtor stammered. "Render fears nothing. He fears a superior predator," Marcus explained calmly. "See, that's the thing about Earth dogs. They're not our pets, they're our partners. 15,000 years ago, my ancestors looked at wolves, apex predators that hunted in coordinated packs and didn't run. We thought, we could work together. And over millennia, we didn't tame them. We evolved together." Max's eyes never left the Vroken's hiding spot, his body perfectly still except for his breathing. "Your Vroken is a wild animal you've beaten into submission," Marcus continued. "Max? He's genetically programmed for loyalty. His ancestors chose us, and we chose them. He doesn't obey me from fear. He'd die for me out of love. And here's the terrifying part for your beast. Max knows I'd do the same for him." Marcus gave a hand signal and Max lay down, though his eyes remained alert. But that's not even why Render is terrified, Marcus added. It's because Max isn't trying to establish dominance. He's not posturing or threatening. He's completely calm. You know why? Because he knows, absolutely knows, he could kill everything in this room if he needed to. That's not aggression. That's confidence. The trading post was silent except for Render's continued whimpering. You called humans weak, Marcus said, looking up at the towering Graxtor. But we're the species that looked at apex predators and thought friend material. We took wolves and made them family. We bred them for specific jobs, hunting, herding, guarding, even just companionship. Every dog is a living weapon that chooses not to kill because a human asked nicely. He stood, Max rising smoothly beside him. So yes, I'm small. I'm soft. I have no natural weapons. But I'm also the descendant of humans who convinced killers to love them. And Max here? He's the descendant of wolves who thought that was a good deal. Marcus packed up his table, preparing to leave. As he walked past Graxtor, he paused. Oh, and that thing about practice prey? You might want to update your simulations. Real humans don't run from predators. He looked down at Max. We adopt them. The crowd parted silently as the small human and his companion walked out, leaving Graxtor standing alone, his massive frame somehow seeming much smaller than before.